I have found that over time there are dreams to pursue and there are dreams to let go, because life is a constant lesson of evolution. Sitting here on this chair today, I know I've made decisions that were not necessarily reflective of the value system that I was brought up with. And I had to have the humility to ask for help. Life, you only end up in one or two places. You either become everything you were made to be, or you're living a life of less than you were made to be. So choose everything and keep it moving. To my younger self. My name is Karanu Muchiri. I am a supervisor in the Treaties and International Policy Office. The thing that I like to do is I enjoy reading books. I'm actually on track to doing 80 books this year. And I'm hoping that at the close of it, I'll be on it. As Kerry turns 30, I turn 10, and it's amazing to turn 10 in such an esteemed organization. Growing up, I wanted to be a chef and a scientist at the same time. I achieved the first because I began baking at a very young age, from around 8. So by the time I was 15, I really knew how to cook. So I achieved that. But the science bit, let's say science refused me, but I tried to embrace it. But I have found that over time there are dreams to pursue and there are dreams to let go, because life is a constant lesson of evolution. And this is a lesson that I've come to embrace over time. What to let go and what to embrace. If it's worth pursuing, fight for it. But there are things it's just nice to dream about and let them go. There's this cliche expression that you're the sum total of the 5 people that surround you. And that is true. So if you look at your company and you're not particularly pleased with what they represent, then that is who you are. So you need to make the hard choice, the hard pivot, even if it means you're going to be isolated for a season, so that you can look for the kind of quality company that can grow you to become the quality man that you envision. Nelson Mandela put it this way: speak to a man as he could be, not as he is, and he shall become what he should be. So speak to yourself as you see yourself, and you shall become that, and you will attract the company that you so desire, that will help you grow into that man. Two things. Perspective and humility. On the first, perspective. Whenever you're in a situation where you have pressure or you're facing a challenge, that's a privilege. Whenever you're facing deadlines, it is because you have the privilege of a job. Should you be fortunate enough to be dating, the fact that you have a girlfriend is a privilege of dating. If you have a child and you're trying to figure out how to take them through an education system, the pressure of educating them is a privilege. So first thing first is to embrace the pressure and the privilege of being in that position. The second thing is humility. Humility to accept help when you need it. Because not everything is pressure. Some things are suffering, and suffering is normally caused by wrong decisions that you've made, and we shall all make wrong decisions. So as you go through life, you need to have the discernment to know, is this a pressure situation or is this a suffering situation? If it's a pressure situation, you're in a very privileged position. But if you're suffering, have the humility to ask for help. Three things, very easy. First and foremost, in life, whether you're young, my age, or older, You can either be less than you're created to be, or you can be all that you're created to be. In the very many things we hear about life, you only end up in one of two places. You either become everything you were made to be, or you're living a life of less than you were made to be. So choose everything, and everything will come with opposition. Everything will come with the privilege of pressure. But face it and do it. And even if it's a foolish turn, move and keep it moving, because at least in that expression and in that version of you, you are being everything that you possibly could be. Second thing, in life, you have to be decisive. Indecision is not acceptable. Even if you make a wrong decision, that is better than making no decision. If you could either make the best decision, and that's the outcome we all want, the next best thing is to make a wrong decision. At least from it, you'll have some experience, but you never want to be in the position where you've not made a decision. So refute indecision. And lastly, I'd like to quote from the good book. There's a great poet called Jedida that said, "In a multitude of counselors, there is safety." So find people to walk with that you can be accountable to, and that will hold you to the ideals you espouse. Because a vision without accountability will just remain an unfulfilled dream. But you have a tribe that's walking with you, holding you accountable, and ensuring that you live the highest expression of self. I can guarantee you that life you envision in your head shall become a reality. Thank you.